Weakness to warrior mindset. Question of the day. If you could have one or any physique, would you choose the one that you have? That should be the question you should be asking yourself when you look in the mirror every day. Do you like what you see in the mirror? Do you brush your teeth with the lights out because you can't stand what you see in the mirror? For those of you that play video games, when you have your character, the main character you pick, and you design your character, what type of physique does it have? Is it a strong, ripped dude? Or a strong, ripped character? Why? Because that character has certain attributes, strength, confidence, muscle. If you're building a character through a video game, and that's the character that you're building that has all these attributes, that's your subconscious telling you that that's the physique that you would like to have for yourself. So why don't you go out and get it done? Like, why do you need to live your life through some sort of electronic sort of stimulus, some sort of fake reality? I'm not there yet, but I'm taking the steps to make sure that I get there by December 31st, 2026. And if I'm not there by December 31st, 2026, the only person that I'm going to blame is me. And I will be pissed off at myself, but that's not going to happen. Because I know the direction I'm going. I have the things that I have right now locked in. My nutrition, my steps, my gym time. Again, I go back to the story where this dude was in the gym, and this dude has to be at least 40-50% body fat. And he's telling me that, or not telling me, but I overheard him saying, yeah, I'm going to get ripped for summer. Like, which summer? The summer of 2030? Like, this stuff does not happen. I can't beat this into your head. It does not happen in 90 days. If you already have the frame, if you've already built the muscle, and maybe you're like 20%, maybe. Because you only got like 10%, maybe, 20 pounds to lose. But if you're starting from scratch and you have very little muscle mass and you're like 35%, it's not going to take you 90 days. It's going to take you 6 to 9 to 12 months. It took you how many years of bad habits to get into the shape that you are in now? It's not going to happen in 90 days. So get this fantasy out of your head. It's not going to happen. Maybe maybe you're somewhere in life where you're like, yeah, no, I'm satisfied with the body I have. No, nobody ever is. And when I get jacked, and when I have the six-pack and all the hard work has paid off, am I going to be happy? Slightly. Will I be able to improve on that physique? Yes, I will. And it will take much more training. Like, I'm in training right now for October to do a Spartan race on Halloween in New York. It's like 5 months away, but I'm going to make sure that I go there and I'm in fucking, as best physical condition that I can be. Even if I know I'm not coming in first place. My goal is just to finish the thing because it's the first Spartan race I've ever done. In November, I'm going on a 14-mile hike. That's what all this walking's for. To train myself to do these things. To be able to go and do them proficiently and successfully. And not get injured or do something stupid, or just act like I'm a freaking weekend warrior jackass. I also have a field exercise for Men's Alliance in October. Apparently, it's some sort of survival thing. I'm preparing for that. I've pretty much been preparing for that for, I don't know, 10 years now. I mean, I can go out in the woods and build a shelter and start a fire. I've been living that life for pretty much 5, 10, 15 years. I always make it a point to know how to build a fire. Whether it's a ferro rod or a freaking flint and steel. These are skills that help you. But back to the physique. Like, when someone walks by you that's in tip-top shape, what reaction do you get? Do you get jealous? Do you say, I wish I had that body? Or do you be like, nah, I pull chicks because, I'm 20% body fat. I'm 25% body fat. I got Dunlap. I can't even walk down the road more than a minute and I'm winded. It also reminds me of the same dude at the freaking gym. The freaking six-pack by summer jackass. Like, I heard him. I was doing overhead extensions on a bench. You lay down and you isolate over your head. That way you can, you don't hurt your back. It helps you isolate your triceps. And he's saying that he's tired all the time and that he doesn't have any energy. Well, no shit. You're like 40% body fat. No wonder you're tired all the time. Like me, I very, very rarely get tired. About the only time I get winded is if I'm chugging on this motherfucker for a while, because trust me, trying to blow and breathe through holes like this, it's like sucking through a straw and trying to breathe through a straw. It's not for the faint of heart, but it does help my lung capacity. Or when I'm at the gym, like the very, very, very end, after I've freaking pushed myself and I'm there for like an hour and 15 minutes. Which doesn't sound like a long time, but trust me, I'm in there doing intense shit. Like a minute between freaking reps. And I'm going as heavy as I possibly can. And if I don't make the freaking certain amount of reps on the weight that I do, I drop it 20% so that I can freaking pump out the rest. I'm pushing this body to freaking as much as it can possibly handle. Because your body can handle that way more than you think it can. Tiredness is only a freaking thought in your mind. When your mind tells you you're tired, you're tired. If you can get past that thought in your mind, you'd have unlimited amount of energy in, not unlimited, but a lot. That's how people have pushed themselves so hard to go and run a marathon in 2 miles. The average person does not run marathons. When you get to a point to where I'm going to get, and I will show you results. If I do not get these results, I will come on here and I will admit that I was wrong and that I overshot my freaking goals, but I know that's not going to happen because I have the determination, I have the passion, I have the will to get it done. Thinketh, so a man will be. Whatever you think in your mind, it will become. Go research this. Earl Nightingham. The Strangest Secret in the World. Watch that video. That'll explain a lot. I've watched that a couple times and it makes sense. Again, Earl Nightingham. The Strangest Secret in the World. There's 2 versions. There's one recorded and there's one live. But They're both the same. A part of it says, imagine yourself. Imagine yourself as a farmer, right? And you have two plants, one of corn and one of nightshade. Obviously, nightshade is a poisonous plant. Okay, you are the farmer. Your mind is the field. Whatever you plant, whichever those two seeds you plant will come back, will grow. It will grow in abundance. And that's what your mind is like. Whatever you plant in your mind, it doesn't care. You can either plant the corn or the nightshade. It will grow. That corn and nightshade seeds represent abundance or scarcity. Which are you going to plant? Weakness or warrior? Again, your mind does not care. It will return to you what you plant. You will reap what you sow. The mind is the most fertile freaking ground in your body. Because it's pretty much the only thing you can control. You can't control your heartbeat. Well, you can control your breathing, but as far as most functions, you can't control your pancreas or your liver, your kidneys, but you can control your mind. And you can also control what you put in your mouth. That's another thing you can control. And all of these things affect what type of body composition you have. You're either going to stay the same or you're going to change. What happens most of the time is people go through life doing all these things month after month after month, and they look back at January 1st and be like, well, this is the year. You had plenty of time to do it beforehand. Plenty of time. People also scoff at people and say stupid shit like, when they see a dude that's ripped and jacked, be like, man, that guy's got good genetics, or man, it must be nice to have all that time, or that dude must live in the gym. No, the dude has discipline. He has priorities. He has purpose. And when you find yourself without purpose, the first thing you need to do is you need to get your ass in the gym and start building your body. That's purpose one. Once you start that process and start being proficient at it and consistent at it, more purpose will come. A man without purpose is like a fish without gills. There's nothing better in life to have purpose, direction, and something to move forward to. A path, a journey. And you need to decide which one of those you're going to be. Are you going to be the one that gets walked all over like the path? Or are you going to be the one that's walking on the path? It's going to take a lot of freaking balls. It's going to take a lot of willpower. You have to start somewhere. You have to start sometime. You might as well start now. Weakness to warrior mindset.